Why even try to justify leaving? Why not just run away? Why even wait and hesitate breathing? Why would you wanna stay? Nothing you say can change the way he feels. Nothing could save you now. So just to let this go. Every collapse that came to pass faded out of your memory. All of the times he left you blind, jaded, down on your aching knees. Why won't you see the lies that he's telling? Why don't you give it up and just to let him go? Shot down with no sound to the cold ground below. And there's no one around, you won't be found. So hang your head and let it fade away. Your heart on a string without a wing flying, no one to hold the kite. He let you go, but still you blow by, oblivious to the height. Check out behind and you will find nothing's holding you to the ground. He just let you go. Shot down with no sound to the cold ground below. And there's no one around, you won't be found. So hang your head and let it fade away. Don't let him pull you down. Just let him drown alone. We all land, and someday you will find a truer hand. I know you tried to see his side clearly. I know you gave your all. I know you died a little inside when nobody heard your call. Every mistake you come to make grows and echoes inside your brain. You need to let them go. Shot down with no sound to the cold ground below. And there's no one around, you won't be found. So hang your head and let it fade away. Shot down with no sound to the cold ground below. And there's no one around, you won't be found. So hang your head and let it fade away. So hang your head and let it fade away. Everything is new again, walking with a permagrin, head so high. I'm back with you and all is right. Shaking on the apple tree, ticking off the honeybees, watch them fly. It's just like we never said goodbye. And you're like a worn out shirt that's soiled with dirt, but fits me like a glove. I will not let you let me down. I will not let you let me down. This time, this is my final climb. Time and time and Time again, latherings and latherings, out and in. My head is dizzy from the spin. Breaking up and breaking down, making up and making out, round and round. I've learned to get up from the ground. But this time's different, I can feel it. We are on our way. I will not let you let me down. I will not let you let me down. This time, this is my final climb. My friends all tell me you'll propel me right back in the ditch. I'm altruistic, masochistic. You just scratch my itch. You let me down. I will not let you let me down. This time, this is my final climb, and I will not let you let me down. I will not let you let me down. This time, this is my final climb. A cup of coffee in the morning, and I get the paper. I check the headlines and decide that I am bored. I check my email and I decide to answer later. Another cup of coffee and I drag myself to work. My life is grounded in a firm routine of coffee, sleep, and work. I am not boring, I just stick to what I know. I'm sitting there at work and I realized I forgot to wake up. I can't be productive when I'm dreaming about a sheep. I go upstairs and get myself another cup of coffee. I get downstairs and then I spill it on the floor. Well, my life is grounded in a firm routine of coffee, sleep, and work. I am not boring, I just stick to what I know. Lunch hour's over and I can't stay up. I've got to drink coffee, but that's a mistake. I best switch to decaf or I'll stay awake. My life is grounded in a firm routine of coffee, sleep, and work. I am not boring, I just stick to what I know. Well, I am not boring, I just stick to what I know. I am not boring, I just stick to what I know. I stick to what I know. I stick to what I know. running in the sand, living on the land. The salty breeze was in our eyes. We stood beneath the dragonflies and danced all night. We polished all the chrome on a rusty little home. We slept all night in parking lots. We tied our hearts in double knots, so tight, so free, so bright. Remember when we were just cherubs in our tender skins, waiting patiently for love so free, blowing in the breeze. The songs we sung so long ago, with whiskey and an afterglow, we shine like new. But there along the way, something seemed to change. Weeks turned into months we knew. As life caught up, we slowly grew apart and untied our hearts. Remember when we were just cherubs in our tender skins, waiting patiently for love I saw your face painted on the wall, shapeless in space, colorless and small. I remember you, faded and subdued. I spent the day haunted by your sight, hiding away, curse away the light. I remember you, fading out of view. a memory now. You're all faded and brown. You're just namelessly hung on the tip of my tongue in a silent remark. You're a memory now. You're just dust on the ground, just a whisper of steam on the crest of a dream while I walk in the dark. You're a memory now. Sheltered and safe, hidden and concealed, your timid face never was revealed. Shaded from the light, tepid and so slight. Shake off the dust, wipe away the years, scrape off the rust, nothing more appears. I've been through it all, still I can't recall. You're a memory now. You're all faded and brown. You're just namelessly hung on the tip of my tongue in a silent remark. You're a memory now. You're just dust on the ground, just a whisper of steam on the crest of a dream while I walk in the dark. Oh, you're a memory now. You're all faded and brown. You're just namelessly hung on the tip of my tongue in a silent remark. You're a memory now. You're just dust on the ground, just a whisper of steam on the crest of a dream while I walk in the dark. You're a memory now. The Oklahoma sun, and from that day I started taking my own route. I learned to read when I was 2, and I believed it all was true. Too young to fill my mind with questions and with doubt. I made my first friend when I was 3, but by 4 he moved away so very far from me. At 5 I wondered why people live and people die, and why the things I love just slowly slipped away from me, and only stars remain the same. Cold night, starlight, we are not alone. Cold night, starlight, we are not alone. We're together on our own. I said goodbye when I was 10 to Santa Claus and all his friends. I had to leave those childish stories all behind. But when they told me God was real, I just couldn't help but feel this burning question that was tugging on my mind. By the time I was 11, I had given up on heaven and everything was falling into place. I kept my mouth shut so I wouldn't rock the boat, because a kid who's fallen overboard is just too ashamed to float. And still the stars remain the same. Cold night, starlight, we are not alone. Cold night, starlight, we are not alone. We're together on our own. I learned to walk when I was one, without a crutch to lean upon. I had to relearn everything. My legs were weak without the wings, but I'm stronger now, my mind is free, controlling my own destiny. When I write the final chapter, that's the last you'll read of me. Today I went to see a friend. His days are almost at an end. The doctors say he's got a month or two to live. He called to me there from his bed, and with a weakening voice he said, "If there's no God, then tell me, what the hell's the point?" I didn't have an answer, so I looked at him and said, "You were always giving love, you could have taken it instead." This journey may be pointless, but at least I sure can say you made it better for the rest of us. You passed along the way, and still the stars remain the same. Cold night, starlight, we are not alone. Together on our own. Cold night, starlight, we are not alone. We are not alone. Cold night, starlight, we are not alone. We're together on our own. Crumbling land, I was singing in the junkyard choir again, and I was waiting for my moment to come. I was beating on the timpani drum in the rain, asleep inside a rusty van, parked beside the taxi stand. Well, it's nothing I would ever recommend to you. Freaks are on parade on the uptown promenade. If you ever want to see the bottom, then I'll show you. I was screaming again. I was screaming at a hot dog vendor again. I can't remember why I snapped, probably just a little lapse of reason. Virtues come and virtues go. I dressed up in women's clothes and strolled down 42nd Street today. And I walked up to a man in an Acura sedan and said that if you ever want to see the bottom, then I'll show you. A sticky summer's day in Shepherdstown, an eagle in a thermal is a circling round like a tire on a bike rolling down Columbus Street. But Katie got a little look of hope in her eyes, and her arms unfold and she looked to the skies and said, I'm gonna learn to fly around with you, yeah. She jumped up high and she fell to the ground and skinned her little knee and made a horrible sound. She got right up and she tried it again, and smiling all the way with her unstoppable grin. Take time, do what you're gonna do, and just smile, you're gonna see it through. Your wings are gonna sprout and lift you off the ground. No, no, take time, do what you're gonna do. Just smile, you're gonna see it through. Your wings are gonna sprout and you will learn to fly. Children used to laugh at her. They say your head is in the clouds, and when you come back to earth, the men in the white coats, they will all be waiting for you. But Katie knew that there was something they didn't see, and she climbed up to the top of the sycamore tree and said, look out world, I am gonna fly away. She stood so tall and with all her might she took a flying leap of an astonishing height.